It's hot outside, but it's actually quite cool inside because of all this white. But the problem is I can't see anything because I'm being snow blinded. Why did I wash the decks? Of course, it's very sunny, but it's also a little bit windy. It's late-ish in the afternoon. Let's have a look at the time. Ooh, 20 to 4 in the afternoon. But the clocks have changed, so we have a bit more time in the evening. It's not a big run. We're going to a place that I have a guaranteed mooring. I always know there's a mooring because nobody wants to moor where I'm going. I've already moved Georgia ahead of me, and she's there keeping the space, but there's loads of space where I'm going. This is Park Royal Industrial Estate, and we're going to start heading east. We're heading towards the City of London. Here is the fire station, and just across the water is where all the bins are, where we get rid of the trash. And then we'll carry on down through all of these industrial units and what looks like, I think, transformers, and then underneath the railway. As you can see, everything is very industrial, but when we actually get cruising, we'll be down there in this nature corridor, and it'll be a completely different feel. Straight in front of us is Car Giant, and that is a massive second-hand car dealership. And on the right-hand side is the Great Western Railway, heading out towards Bristol and Plymouth and places out west. And this is where we're going to moor. So much wind. It's not concerning me regarding the boat, it's more just the sound. Not going to hear me because of the wind, but looks like I probably have something around the prop. I'm going to pull in here where I can dump some rubbish, but also have a look at the prop, because there's definitely, I can feel wobbling through the mast. Now I've got a wet top. That is just one big massive knot. Got rid of all that junk in there and my rubbish. Now I'm home straight. I've spent all this time out west to fulfill part of my license, which is that we have to cover 20 miles. Now I can move back towards the city. Linda and Georgia are not going to oh my god, there's Gary's wife! Linda and Georgia are not going to find space in central London. So my next move is going to be to cross the entire city of London, and that's going to take 2 days at least. 1 day for Linda and 1 day for Georgia. The reason I'm planning this is I'm now beginning to start to run out of supplies, and my supplier is in the East End of London. So my next project is to get the radiators in, not all of them, just some. And once I do that, I can set the circuit for the central heating going, and then I can have hot water for showers over the summer, and over time build up the number of radiators. But I want to get that sorted next. I'm going to be given access to some nice plywood with oak veneers, which I'm hoping to use to make shutters for my portholes, the small portholes. I also have to make the surround for the big porthole at the very back of the boat. There are 2 ways of looking at what I'm doing. One, the jobs that require time is all the woodwork, and then the jobs that require money is the plumbing. So the radiators that I have acquired now will allow me to get that part done, and then the woodwork can be done over time because I'll have the supplies for that. However, I am also working on making money and doing jobs. So if you were wondering where I've been for the last week, it's because I've been faffing about trying to organize my life and trying to organize the wood, radiators and many other things. And of course, it's a bit boring. I don't film it, and that's why there's a delay sometimes. Oh, by the way, Power Day. Support the London Irish Rugby Club. Ooh. At the end of the month, I will be at the Matten Skippers race in the Netherlands, and those who know will know what I'm talking about. We did a video of this last year, and we're hoping this year we might actually do better than being last. But don't worry if you don't know what I'm talking about. There's a little link to the video just above. Click on that, and you can watch it after this video. There is, of course, another reason why I need to get Linda into a state where I can host somebody, is because my family have decided, I know, we'll all come and visit in June. So over a period of 2 different weekends, one half of my family, another half of my family, will descend upon me, and I have to provide lots of space for them. Ooh. Just to be clear, this is April and it feels like the middle of summer. And here we have the Great Western Railway, and that is the Elizabeth line just driving past, and the train behind it is going to Heathrow Airport. And that train is coming from Heathrow Airport. It's a pretty busy line. It's very hot and sunny outside, but I want to get this job done, so over there, I want to get that all enclosed. I found some more wood. Let's put these here, right. This used to be the old floor of Linda. And these are the old linoleum tiles. And trying to film and pull is very difficult. Oh, yeah. Hey. So I've cut this board into 2 pieces, this shape, to follow the line of the steel work. I'm just installing it now to measure up some more battens. So I'll measure the battens there, and I'm going to attach them as you see them. And screwed in from the back. Nice. Now let's put it in place over here. And now we put this thing in here like so. And then we have our everything in place. Yep. This is a sheet of 5.5 mil plywood, and it's bendy. It took an hour to cut the old oak panel into that shape and fit it in. And the whole thing was a monumental task of a lot of thinking to get it to work right. The whole lot of it will probably be clad in tongue and groove or matchboard sometime in the future. So the next thing to do is this. All of the plumbing is in there. We can put a radiator down under that step, a radiator in the bathroom. We'll be getting the radiators shortly. Once I have the circuit connected up, it doesn't matter about the extra radiators, they can be added at a later date. Then I can do the electrics for the heating system, get that turned on, and then there'll be hot water in the shower. I installed that just the other day, so we're all ready to go. Ooh, look. I have cleared up all of the space here, which will allow me to move all of that to here. Once all the plumbing in there is sorted, I can start restoring these and setting them in more permanently. And the bed is that pile of pews there, and more oak from the pews in there. The bed will then stick out here, and I'll be able to make that up. That will mean there'll be hot and cold running water, a place for me to sleep, a place for me to eat, a place for me to cook. Whoa, we're getting tantalizingly close to me sleeping here. And I'll be waiting. Right when you fall asleep, something might fall on your head. Also, viewers of the channel, David and Emma, are selling their Dutch Barge. It's a sailing Dutch barge. You'll see this ad in Apollo Duck. If you want to see the ad yourself, put in Vrouw Aaltje into the search or click the link below. Remember, if you're buying a boat of this age, always get a survey, otherwise you won't get insurance. Give them a call, this could be your dream come true.